And Andrew is the king of not giving a fuck what people think.
Wow.
I mean, he taught me how to do it.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Guys, I fucking love this movie. So seriously, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Oh, thanks,
Thank
Jade.
you.
And Sony was cool enough to set up a massive screening packed full of people, which is exactly how this movie needs to be seen. So Jennifer, I'm actually going to start with you. You have a line in this movie that I relate to on a deep level as I've gotten older, which is the best part about getting older is not giving a fuck about what people think.
The best part about getting older is not giving a fuck what people think.
And one of my favorite things about you as an actor and a person, in the most respectful way possible, is that it really seems, quite frankly, like you don't give a fuck what people think. So I'm sort of curious if that's true, I guess how much easier it is to be an actor or how much better of an actor you can be if, for lack of a better phrase, you just don't give a fuck about what people think.
Well, I try not to put a lot of energy into it because there's, that's just not gonna, you're just not gonna be happy and you're not gonna have a good time and it's gonna ruin your day. And so, yeah, I mean, of course, if somebody said something mean to me, like to my face, it would like really bum me out. But I try not to read comments. If I do find myself reading comments, then sometimes I screenshot them and send them to my friends because I do think that they're very funny. Yeah, but it of course helps to be a better actor to not be self-conscious, to not think about what you look like or what you sound like or what people would think. I mean, that would just be so detrimental to being in the moment, if you're thinking about how people will take this. And Andrew is the king of not giving a fuck what people think.
Wow.
I mean, he taught me how to do it.
Andrew, I've got to tell you, I think the hardest I have laughed easily of any movie this year, but maybe in a long time, is just your reaction to the sound of pool being played in the bar.
I'm not 21.
That doesn't matter here.
Well, I think it's a federal law.
So I gotta say, one of my favorite things about this movie for both of you guys is that it reminds me so much of the great raunchy comedies of the 80s, the early 2000s, without being as problematic as a lot of them are. I have to be honest, sometimes I go back and I watch a comedy that I remember loving and thinking, oh, that's not as funny as I remember it being. I'm sort of curious if you guys have had that experience, maybe where time hasn't been kind to some of your favorite movies, particularly maybe some of the raunchier comedies in the past.
Ooh.
Oh God.
I think the worst thing a comedy could do is age well, actually, because I think you have to be speaking to the moment, to the flaws of the people that are currently living in the society that you're in. And this movie, yeah, it's less problematic because it's so honest about the unsavory things that these characters are doing and the flaws that they have. So I can't think of a movie that hasn't aged well. I feel like it's more animated movies for me, that you're oh, that's a crazy racist thing to be in this cartoon,
Really?
Yeah, sort of.
Racist cartoon?
Well, because it's we didn't think about it.
I mean, if you rewatch Grease, the original Grease, which is fantastic, and we love Grease, but whoa.
Of course. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
When he's trying to convince her that there's an atomic war going on and she's I don't want to, and he's you're doing it.
And the whole lesson of the movie is I think it would be good if you change who you are.
Yeah. And be more who I want you to be.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So Jennifer, they're about to give me the wrap, so I want to cut you loose on this. One of the things I most love about Maddie is that she needs money, and in order to get it, she's kind of playing a role that she doesn't really care about or believe in, which I feel like is something that actors do maybe at the beginning of their career. But I was looking at your filmography, and it does not seem like you ever did that. You don't have a string of bad movies before you hit it big. And this is going to sound weird, but it's meant to be a fun question. Is there any part of you that would love to know what it feels like to just take a role for the money? Because all of your roles have been fantastic and your movies have been great, and it doesn't seem like you've ever done that.
Oh, that's very nice of you to say. No, I mean, I think it would be too depressing. It's a really hard gig, it's really long hours. You're normally not in your hometown or even country. It would be really hard to do that without wanting to be there.
Well, I got to tell you, please continue. You guys both just keep doing what you're doing. I feel like you guys don't know how to give bad performances. And please keep making movies like this because what the theater was able to just have happen here in Chicago was absolutely fantastic. So
That's
love you
really
guys.
nice.
Thank you for taking the
Thank
time.
you.
So great
I
to
appreciate
hear.
you guys.
Thank you,
Good to see you
James.
guys.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.